What it is, Wolf Mafia? It's your boy, Everwolf, and today I'm back again with a brand new reaction. So today's video is gonna be the creepy incident that happened while watching the movie Parasite. So thank you guys for the love and support, and thank you guys for subscribing. Other than that, let's get to the video.
Not long ago, the movie theater I was at was crowded with people
Wanna
when the
see
movie
cinema?
Parasite came out. Maybe it was because that film just won a big prize, called the Palme d'Or. There were a lot of people in the theater even though it was daytime on a weekday. So I entered the theater a little late that day, and the other people had already sat down in their seats. The seat I picked at that time was somewhere in the middle, probably the 8th row from the center of the screen in the front. Anyway, after the movie began, all I could hear was someone's breathing next to me.
The
I was
hell?
watching it in a relatively quiet atmosphere, as this movie was for adults, but suddenly, something strange under the screen caught my eye.
What
The
the?
space between the front of the screen and the first row of seats is usually carpeted and empty. And there, I had no
That's
idea
how
whether it was
ugly.
a woman or a man, but the person with disheveled
The,
hair was crawling on the floor on all fours. He was wriggling on the floor,
the
attaching his stomach. At that moment, I thought that someone might have fallen there or was hurt at first. So I looked around with anxiety, but to my surprise, none of those people showed any response. What is it? Is he drunk? Is that why they're ignoring him? I could see that no one around me reacted, so I was also unable to move. And in the middle of the movie, there was a scene where one of the family members broke into the house after another family had left, and they started to drink alcohol and eat food in the living room. The sound of rain was so vivid, and all of a sudden, that unknown thing suddenly raised its head straight up in the air. He
that
had been
hug.
dragging his whole body to the floor until a moment ago. However, he then stood, waist up, straightened his chest, and started to look around the seats like crazy. I don't know if he saw me or just around me, but he turned his head towards where I was sitting. At that moment, me and that thing were looking at each other. Because of its messy hair, its eyes were blinded, and I could only see around its nose and mouth. As soon as I saw it, a thought suddenly came to my mind. Is that a human? Feeling uncomfortable, I intentionally turned my eyes towards the screen to avoid it. And this time, it looked up with its face and started to stare at the audience from under the center of the screen. On the wall, under the screen, it was now completely standing straight, with its upper body visible, and looking right this way. I couldn't see his face well, because of his hair, but soon after, it was finally shown, reflected by the light coming out of the projector. Only then
That'd be
did I begin to
scary.
see a little bit of the middle of its face, and it was laughing,
That'd be
almost
ugly.
tearing its mouth, and its eyes were abnormally big and wide. I almost
That'd be on
screamed
crack
for
or
the
something.
first time. Its face was so gross that I almost threw up at that moment. So I picked up my bag quickly and started running down the stairs, thinking I should leave the cinema as soon as possible. I looked towards the screen as I went down the stairs, and it was staring at me, turning its head slightly.
That's
The
creepy.
movie theaters usually have different locations between the entrance and the exit. I guess they locked the exit, which was close to the seats until the end of the movie. No matter how hard I tried, it didn't open. Even though it was such a crowded place, it was like I was trapped. I could have come out through the entrance, but I was not in my right mind at that moment. But just then, I knew instinctively that something was wrong. It was approaching my back. What should I do now?
You better
I
fight.
then turned
You
around
better
with my
fight, fam.
eyes closed
You better
and
fight.
ran frantically
You
from
better
the
fight.
exit to the opposite entrance. Fortunately, the entrance door was open. When I came out, I could see the audience waiting and the part-timers in front of me. And as soon as I came out the main street from the theater, the creepy sensation quickly disappeared. However, whenever I saw videos relating to parasites on TV or the internet, Its smiling face under the screen of the
That,
theater came up in my mind and distressed me, and I eventually couldn't watch that movie at all after that.
bro, that was creepy. I'm not gonna cap, fam. That was creepy. I got even chills running down my spine, fam. I'm not gonna lie. So let me know in the comment section if you guys got the chills too. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay alive and keep it real. Catch you guys in the next one.